as we told you earlier, we're back and we're going to review the Colossals book.
Yeah.
So, let's start flipping this bad boy open and see if we can find some nice artwork in here. Oh, I've actually skipped the couple that I wanted to show. Here we are. Well, first up, there's a lovely picture of Kraken in his new form.
Amazing.
Yep. He's big, he's bad, and he's on a horse.
Yep. And all in full colour as well.
Yep. Privateer always do full colour books. They're always really nice.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Now this one worries me. We have Karchev the Terrible, but it looks as if he's went out on a night and the cricks have caught him.
Oh, less said about that the better, I think.
Hey, behave. Anyway, moving on. See if we can get to the rules here. Yep. The Colossals themselves do have a few rules of their own, guys, because they're something completely new and different. They have the huge base, so they're counted as 5 inches high.
Right.
Now, you might not know this, Ben. Depending on what size your base is,
Okay.
determines the height of your miniature.
Right. Right.
So you can model it up on a nice scenic base,
Yeah.
and it will never be over the height that it says the base is.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, well, it's great for modelers and stuff because
Yeah.
they can really just go to town and make it look amazing.
Gives you a lot of creativity. Yeah.
Exactly. Now, we'll have a look at a couple of the special rules here. Targeting a Colossal, they never gain a defense bonus from concealment, cover, or elevation. So basically the whole idea is, guys, these things are just too big to hide anywhere. That includes cloud effects and forest terrain.
Right.
Now, there's one here for targeting a Colossal in melee. Now, anyone who is shooting a Colossal in melee with a ranged or magic attack will not suffer the minus.
Okay.
Because it's a big target, yet again. Colossals are massive, so they cannot be slammed, pushed, thrown, knocked down, or made stationary.
Okay.
Now, this I don't really agree with.
Yeah.
Because if it's, say you have the Storm Wall, say I have a Conquest.
Yeah.
My Conquest walks up and goes to slam or throw you.
Right.
It's something of equal size, so it really
Yeah.
should be able to do that.
You would have thought that something that big could knock something else
Yeah,
that big over. Yeah.
Exactly, but, well, I mean,
Yeah.
like, to each their own, we'll maybe see an errata.
Yeah.
Let's see, Colossal movement. A Colossal can only advance during its normal movement and cannot be placed. So, in other words, anybody out there with little teleport spells or whizzy things
Yeah.
that make you show up elsewhere won't work.
Oh, fair enough.
Right? Now, although the icon doesn't appear... Oh, right, this is Colossals having Pathfinder. So, again, they're just something that's big and nasty, and it doesn't matter what the terrain is, they're just going to
I like it.
jump right through it. Let's see, what else do we have? Great Machine. Colossals never suffer disruption. It's going to annoy a lot of Signar players. Moving on, Colossals combat rules. Now this is what I mentioned in the last video. This is their extra special attacks.
Okay.
So they have the sweep and what was the other one? Power Strike, which is basically the up slam. So yep, very handy.
Yeah.
Ooh, this is rather nice. Now this
Take
is
a
a
look at
gaming
this,
table
yeah.
I would not expect to see in my own place.
Yeah.
But this guy's looks really, really nice.
Wow.
As you can see, it's just an absolutely massive mash of Cricks versus Signar.
I was going to say I could spy a Stormwall down there as well.
Yep, and we have the lovely Kraken.
Ah.
Now, we'll get on to those later, guys. We're going to work our way through the book. And whenever we come to the Warcasters and the Colossals, we'll actually give you a little bit of a rundown on what they've got. Let's see. The other thing about this book, guys, Privateer have actually done an update rule set. So it'll allow you to go from playing 2-player games to 3- and 4-player games.
That's awesome.
And they've actually made up, how many is it? They've made 11 2-player scenarios for this book.
Okay.
And then an extra 6
Yeah.
2-player plus
I like this.
scenarios. Yeah. Now this seems like a really, really good one. Now the turn structure has also changed, guys. Instead of just I move all my stuff, you move all your stuff, it's being done down to sections.
Okay.
So you'll have what's called a round, and then within that round you have your turns. So say you're playing 150 points, you'll have 4 rounds, if I remember right, or 4 turns.
Yeah.
So basically, you have multiple Warcasters, each controlling a battle group of your army.
Okay.
So for each turn you activate this Warcaster with this battle group,
Yeah.
then your opponent goes, okay, this caster with this battle group,
Okay.
and then it just goes back and forward that way until everything is activated.
It seems a lot more reactive. Actually, it means that the battlefield feels like it's flowing.
It's taking care of a problem that some of the guys I know used to notice whenever we started playing bigger games of Warmachine.
Yeah.
Things would just slow down a little bit.
No,
It's
you
too
don't
much.
want that.
Exactly. This means both players are still going to be engaged the whole time.
Okay.
And it'll work a lot better, I think.
Fantastic.
We also have 1 second. See, we chatted about that. I'm sorry, this is a massive book. Aha. We'll get on to the themed forces.
Yeah.
Now, as we all know, whenever Privateer bring out these books, their main warcasters always get an update. So everybody knows Nemo. He's been he's been promoted to an Artificer General.
Amazing.
Yep. So we'll give you a quick look here. There he is there. So we'll give you a quick rundown on what the benefits of each tier of the army are. The first one, Tier 1 benefit, reduce the point cost of Stormguard units by 1 point.
Okay.
That's very handy. It means, I've seen people squeeze point after point into lists.
Yeah.
Everything is so efficient in this game.
Wow.
So that's actually really going to help some people. Tier 2, after deployment, but before the start of the game, you can place any number of your storm walls, lightning pods, anywhere within 20 inches of the rear edge of your deployment zone.
Okay.
So basically, say I had 2 storm walls, I could place 6 of the lightning pods out 20 inches away.
These are the little things that were shot off the top that we saw in the building video, yeah?
Yeah. Well, the unboxing video.
Yeah.
It's basically that little pod, guys, that fires out, and if there's an enemy in the line between it, they get zapped.
Nice.
But let's see. Well, that's Nemo for Signar. We have Intercisor Kraos for the Protectorate of Menoth. I think you saw the big piece of artwork for him earlier. And I think he's on a cavalry. But again, it's the whole thing of you have all your benefits going through the tiers. And it looks like every single faction has got an updated one.
Yeah.
So we'll move on to the actual character sheets. We'll start off with the Artificer General Nemo.
I think we need to show that artwork.
Yeah, we really need to show that artwork.
That is fantastic.
Exactly. No. Yeah. Privateer are always so good with their artwork. Let's see, it's him and Storm Chaser Adept Caitlin Finch.
Yeah.
Or Caitlin Finch. So he's got a solo that comes with him this time, guys. I would assume an apprentice of some description.
I think so, yeah.
Right, well, we'll start off with his basic stat line. Speed 5, Strength 5, Mat 5, Rat 6, Defense 14, Armor 16, Command 9. He's on the average.
Okay.
Yeah, it's nothing incredible, but I'd say he'll do his job. Now, he's got a Lightning Strike for his ranged attack, which is range of control, rate of fire 1, power 10. Against some infantry models, it might be handy.
Yeah.
Next up, we have the Tempest Accumulator. That's his melee weapon for power 7, and then it's power strength 12.
Okay.
He has 7 focus, 14 damage points, field allowance C. Now this I don't like. He only has 3 warjack points, guys, so it's a little bit low. We'll move on to his feat, which is Eye of the Storm. While in Nemo's control area, friendly models gain an additional die on electrical damage rolls. Eye of the Storm lasts for 1 turn.
Nice.
So basically, anyone that you have in your army that's using electrical attacks gains an extra die. So if you have something like the Thunderhead, it'll attack with its electrical damage, gain an extra die, and you can still boost it.
Wow.
So you could be rolling 4 dice.
That's really deadly.
4 dice for damage.
Yeah,
that's really, really heavy. Let's see, he's immune to electricity. Obviously, it's Nemo. He has a lightning field. Nothing special. Lightning strike. Lightning generator. When a model is hit with this weapon, lightning arcs from that model to D3 consecutive models. The lightning arcs to the nearest model. It has not already arced to within 4 inches of the last model. So it's basically when he shoots you, it arcs out. So
like a nice bit of chain lightning. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, which was the one here? Yes. Overpower. Now this seems like a really, really good one. I mean, like there is a balance to it, but it seems good. Overpower during his control phase, after he replenishes his focus, he can actually spend his focus to increase his control radius.
Okay.
And his ranged weapon is range of his control.
Ah.
So you can actually up the range of that weapon. That seems reasonably handy.
Yeah. He's making up for that.
Yeah, he's
making
making
up
up
field allowance thing, isn't he?
No, he's making up for
points,
the low warjack points. Right. Well, let's have a look at the Lady Finch who's joining him.
Yeah.
Speed 6, Strength 5, Mat 5, Rat 5, Defense 14, Armor 12, Command 8. Not bad. An electrical bolt with range 10, rate of fire 1, power 10. Not bad. Tuning fork?
Yes. Interesting weapon.
We'll see. She's got 5 damage boxes and she's on a small base.
Right.
I would say she's just going to help him out a little bit. She's probably just a little buff bot. Arcane Assistant. If its Warcaster is in this model's command range during your control phase, the Warcaster can upkeep 1 spell without spending focus. So yeah, she's just going to give him little buffs.
That's not too bad. Yeah.
Well, I've seen worse. You know, I mean, like not having to pay for an upkeep spell is always useful.
Yeah.
So we'll move on. Well, we've already done the full rundown on the Stormwall guys, so I think we will move on to the Protectorate.
Ah.
Now, you don't know these guys, Ben.
No.
No, these guys are religious zealots who like their birdie goodness.
Okay. Now I start to like them. This sounds pretty awesome.
Okay, well, again, we have a bigger version of this artwork of Krios, and it's absolutely stunning.
Sweet.
So, he's a Protectorate Cavalry Epic Warcaster. So, he's going to be quick, speed 8, strength 6, mat 8. That's monstrous.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's monstrous. Rat 4, defense 14, arm 17, command 10.
Cool.
That's pretty good.
Yeah?
His horse is named Conviction, and it can attack for a... Or no, sorry, it's not. Conviction is his weapon.
Yeah?
It can attack with it for a power strength 14, not bad. His mount, which doesn't have a name, sorry guys. Well, hang on, name Krios the source for us. It attacks for power 12. He's got 7 focus, 18 damage points, 5 warjack points. That's not bad.
Yeah?
Not bad. But I would say he's looking to just be a pure charge forward combat monster.
Okay.
So this one's really going to want to just get in tight and then stabby.
Keep following your massive Kador Colossals in with him, riding behind.
Don't know if he could really do much to Colossal, simply for the fact that they're pretty big and they would probably just go, what's that, you're a Warcaster? Squid. But anyway, we'll move on to his feat. Invocation of the True Law. Enemy upkeep spells and anima in Krios' control area immediately expire. So basically it's a debuff.
Whoa.
Krios can immediately cast each upkeep spell on his card without spending any focus points. Ooh.
That sounds really, really good.
Oh. Well, hang on. Let's see, how many upkeep spells does he have? 1, 2, 3. So he gets 4 spells for free. Not bad. He's got a magic weapon with reach. Divine Inspiration. This model gains an additional die on melee attacks and melee damage rolls. Discard the lowest dice of each roll.
Okay.
That's not bad, because that means it's only an additional die, so you can still boost your own attacks. Roll 4, drop the lowest, and do heavy damage.
We know that's amazing.
We know that's going to be pretty heavy damage. His weapon is blessed, so when making an attack with this weapon, ignore spell effects to add to a model's arm or defense. Ooh, that's quite nasty.
Quite tasty.
Anyway, it's got Brutal Charge. This model gains +2 to charge attack damage rolls with this weapon. Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice indeed. So we'll move on to the... Can you read this?
Judicator.
Yeah. Right. This is the Menoth Colossal. You'll have seen the artwork on the Privateer video, but here it is again. And from what I can see, it's got 2 massive flamethrowers and what appear to be missile pods. So...
Bernie Zealous Death, I think.
Well, you see, it is the whole spiel. Menoth like their fire.
Yeah.
But let's start with this. Speed 4, so it's quite slow. Strength 17, it's good and strong. Mat 6, Rat 5, it's okay. Defense 8, this thing's going to be very easy to hit. But it's got an arm 19, so if you start casting spells to boost that up, that'll be okay.
Okay.
Okay, so weapons, guys. It's got a rocket pod and another rocket pod. So this will be the whole left-hand, right-hand side thing going again. Yeah. It's range 14, rate of fire 1, AoE 3, power 14. That's not bad. That should do some damage. It's got its 2 flamethrowers, which are spray 8, rate of fire 1, power 12s. Basically, any infantry that's in front of that, gone.
Getting incinerated.
Yep. And then it has 2 fists for a power strength of 20.
Wow.
Yeah, my little warjacks are not happy. Anyone's warjacks are not happy. I mean, like the whole idea of my Kador is we like heavy armor. Now this says, I like to crush your heavy armor.
Oh dear.
Oh well, let's read what it's got. It's got Reliquary. This model is allocated 1 additional focus point during my control phase. The S boxes on this model's damage grid represent its Reliquary system. While the Reliquary system is crippled, this model loses the benefits of the Reliquary.
Okay.
So basically, it gets a free focus point every turn.
I'm liking that.
Until you knock out the S damage boxes, of which there are 6.
Okay.
What else do we have? We have rocket pods are inaccurate, so they suffer a -4 to the roll.
Okay. Yeah.
That's not good. You're going to want to boost that, guys. You have secondary blast. After determining the point of impact, roll a deviation for 1 additional AoE 3 from the point. So the rocket pods get a second blast off them. So it deviates, blast again, and then it's just a power 7.
Okay.
Again, if you're shooting into infantry, that'll be quite good.
Yeah.
It is time for my favourite faction.
Is this Kador by any chance?
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway, we have Vladimir, the Great Prince of Umbury. Let's see, he's cavalry again. Let's give you a quick look at this. The model for this is actually up on the Privateer website at the minute, guys.
Yeah,
and
I've
it
seen
looks
this.
Absolutely stunning.
It does look really nice.
I really do like this. So, we'll start off with his stat line. Speed 8, quick, strength 6, mat 7, rat 5. He's not as good as Krios, but I'm sure he'll do the job. It's Vlad. Defense 15, armor 17, command 9. So that's grand.
Yeah.
He has the Horse Lord Spear for a powered strength of 12.
Wow.
So no, it's not a wow. It's just
No?
it's a nice hit.
That sounds pretty good to me.
Yes, but, how many times have you played this game?
Okay, like once. So.
Okay. We have another weapon. I'll assume this is the big mace that he's swinging about.
Yeah.
Called Huntsman. It's a power strength 13, and then his might does a power 12. So not bad. He has 7 focus, 18 damage, and 5 warjack points. Not bad. Right, let's have a look at his feat. Charge of the Horse Lords. While in Vladimir's control area, friendly faction warjacks and cavalry models gain sidestep and sprint charge. Charge of the Horse Lords lasts for 1 turn. Sorry. When a model with sidestep hits an enemy model with an initial melee attack or a non-power attack, special attack. After the attack is resolved, advance 2 inches. Not bad. Next up we have is a combat rider. During a combat activation, it did not make a charge attack. This model can make 1 melee attack with its mount.
Okay.
That's not bad. He's got Relentless Charge, so he gains Pathfinder during activations when it charges. Not bad.
Pretty handy.
Horse Lord's Spear is a magic weapon with reach, and he's got Brutal Charge, so that's the +2 to your roll, guys. Not bad. He's got Huntsman, which is a magical weapon, and it's a chain weapon, so it's going to ignore any bucklers or shields.
Ace.
So very handy. And his mount has a critical knockdown. So if you roll a critical, whenever it's the mount attacking, you knock your opponent to the ground. And I am sweating like crazy. It's not even funny, guys. It is roasting over here at the minute.
It's because he loves all these Kador models and what's coming, so he's just so excited. So.
Anyway, we'll have a quick look through his spells. He has Dash, it's cost 2, range of self, AoE control. It's non-offensive and it's non-upkeep. So while in this model's control area, friendly faction warrior models cannot be targeted by free strikes. This model and friendly faction warrior models activating in its control area gain +1 speed, dash lasts for 1 round. It's not bad. It's basically if you're going for an assassination run, you'll pop that off.
Okay.
Let's see, pick out another one here. Razor Wind. A blade of wind slices through the target model, so this is basically your little magic missile. Cost 2, range of 10. It's no AoE, power 12. It's not an upkeep and it is offensive.
Okay.
So it's not bad. It's not bad. Let's have a look at the one that I've been waiting for. When I heard there was a Colossal in the studio, guys, I hoped it was the Conquest. Unfortunately, it was the Stormwall, even though it's still quite good. So let's have a look at its stat line for a start. We're talking speed 4, so slow. Well, it's as quick as any of my heavies.
Yeah.
Strength 18, so it's stronger than the others. Mat 6, rat 4, defense 7, armor 20. So not bad. It's got main guns, and that's the S box.
Okay.
for this one, so it can actually shoot to left or right of itself. So
That's
that one
pretty
weapon,
handy, yeah.
Yeah, that one weapon is not locked to a left-hand side or a right-hand side.
Yeah.
Range 15, rate of fire 1, AoE 4, power 15. Now we're getting up there a little bit. That's good power. We have the secondary batteries. Range 12, rate of fire 1, AoE 3, power 12. They're okay. And my favourite weapon on this one, his fists. For a power strength of a mighty 22.
Wow.
Yeah, this is the one where it's just going to be like, okay, I'm going to get revenge now. Yeah.
You crushed all my little warjacks. Now I'm going to send my conquest after you.
If you get this into combat with, say, a Stormwall, it's armor 19,
Yeah.
power strength 22. So whenever I get to damaging, I will be rolling +3 on my dice.
Okay.
So not bad. It's 19 points. All of these Colossals are quite expensive, but I think that's the whole idea. They are meant for the new system.
Big games.
Yeah. It's got critical devastation. So on a critical hit, instead of suffering a normal damage roll, each model in the AoE is thrown d6 directly away from the attacker, regardless of its base size. Save for Colossals.
Wow.
Because of that rule earlier. Move the models farthest from the attacker first, and the model directly hit by the attack suffers a power 15, so fair enough. Other models hit by the attack suffer a power 8 damage roll, and the power of the collateral damage on it is the power of any damage roll suffered by the thrown model.
Okay.
So, not bad. Let's see, we have Creeping Barrage. This is a little bit of board control. Basically,
Right.
you see the secondary battery.
Yeah.
Instead of shooting with those, you can actually lay down a couple of 3-inch AoEs,
Okay.
which will basically mean if anyone walks into them, they're basically getting shot by.
Right, so
Right.
you can funnel your enemies into your ideal position then.
Yes,
so.
but the other rather nice little trick you can do is you have two separate systems. So you can use your Creeping Barrage with one of them
Yeah.
and then still shoot normally with the other.
That's a really good idea.
It's actually in here.
Oh, right.
I have no original ideas. I just read
right.
books.
Fair enough.
Anyway, so we'll move on, and now we're on to the cricks.
Now, we saw what Cricks were doing before, so...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Asphyxius has brought himself up again in the world, so he's become
Okay.
the Hellbringer, and what's this?
Vociferon, perhaps.
Vociferon.
I think that's it.
I will assume he has some little gribbly buddy that follows him about now,
Maybe.
perhaps. Quick look on the next page. Yep, there is.
I think he's there, yeah.
Yep. So we'll quickly go through his stat line. Speed 6, Strength 8, Mat 6, Rat 3, Defense 15, Armor 17, Command 9. That's not bad. He's got, what's this say?
Dominion.
Dominion
Yes.
is his sword. It's got a power strength 16.
Yeah.
Now that's nice and heavy. He's got 7 focus, 18 damage boxes, and 4 warjack points.
So it's a little less than the other two.
Yeah,
but,
that's weird.
yeah.
That's 2 of these now where they've actually got less warjack points than what you would
Right.
normally see in the older books.
Okay. Do you think they're making up for it by having these character solos with them then? Is that the
Maybe.
different
Maybe.
allowance?
I don't know. Anyway, we'll go for his feat here, which is Rites of Shadow. When an enemy model is forced, cast a spell and or spends... Oh, so the forced is for Warbeast, sorry. When an enemy model is forced, cast a spell and or spends 1 or more focus or fury points while in Asphyxius' control area, Asphyxius heals D3 damage points and gains 1 soul token. Rites of the Shadow last 1 round.
Okay.
Right, that's basically him saying for 1 turn you will not cast magic, you will not force a Warbeast. You know,
Wow.
again, it's forcing your opponent to do something that he doesn't want to do. It's
Yeah.
stopping him doing what he wants to do. So he causes terror, he's undead, and he has Cull Soul. So if a living warrior model within 2 of them dies, I think it is, he gains a soul token.
Okay.
Let's see. His weapon is magical with reach, and it's got Bloodboon once per activation, immediately after resolving an attack in which it destroyed a living enemy model with this weapon. This model can cast a spell with cost of 3 or less without spending focus.
Wow.
And he doesn't have any spells that cost more than 3, so
So he's got a pretty open book in terms of what he can cast from that.
yeah, basically whenever he kills a warrior model, it's just like, okay, free cast, die.
I'm starting to really like this guy.
You like Asphyxius?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, the whole idea of him being a floating skull inside a big suit of power armor is quite fun.
Yeah, yeah.
So let's have a look at his little gribbly buddy, who actually has an arc node. to start with. He's a commander and he's undead, so the arc node's quite handy.
Yeah.
You know what you can do with them?
No.
All right.
Elaborate.
So,
yeah.
well, there's one sneaky little tactic that instantly jumps out at me. Say I take him.
Yeah.
I have Asphyxious here, and I send him maybe a few inches away from me.
Okay.
Asphyxious goes into combat here, kills someone. He casts a free spell through Vociferon away from the combat. That's something completely different.
Okay. I like that. This
Yeah.
is sounding good.
Yeah, that's very good. Let's go over his stat line. Speed 6, Strength 5, Mat 5, Rat 3, Defense 13, Armor 16. He's okay. He's got his claws to attack with, which is Power Strength 8. You don't want to see him in combat. And then he's got a whole slew of special rules. We'll pick out one or two here. He's got Ghost Shield. This model gains +1 arm for each soul token currently on it. That's not bad.
Okay.
That's just a little buff. He's attached to Asphyxious the Hellbringer. This model is attached to Asphyxious the Hellbringer. For the rest of the game, each Warcaster can have only one model attached to it. Right, so basically, he's just standing there going, "You're big and you're scary, but you're my friend." Anyway, guys, we'll move on to the Kraken. Now, this one seems rather nasty.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I'm sure you'll have seen this image before, guys, but it's just the Kraken coming up in the harbour and eating a pirate ship.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we may have found your faction.
Possibly. Possibly.
Guys, drop a comment below. Which faction do you think Ben should go for? You know, give it the merits of all the other of your one and the bad points of everything else. Go.
Yes, get me started in this. Okay.
Okay, so Kraken is the Crix Colossal. We'll have a quick run through the stat line again. Speed 5, Strength 15, Mat 6, Rat 5, Defense 10, Armor 19. So not bad. It's got a Hell Blaster, which is an S weapon. So I'll assume it can go either side again.
Right.
Range 16, Rate of Fire 1, AoE 4, Power 14. Not bad. Not bad at all. It's got a ranged attack of a flare, but it's got a dash on it, so that means again it can shoot either side.
Right. Okay.
So that's
cool.
quite handy. It's range of 12, Rate of Fire 1, Power 12. Not bad.
It's got a lot of flexibility then with its ranged attacks. Which
Yeah.
is critical.
Well, actually no, because it only has 2 ranged attacks, whereas the
I
others
was supposed
have 4.
they've got different numbers. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's got 2 Harvester melee attacks for a Power and Strength 18. Not bad at all. It costs 19 points, so it's pretty much the standard of what all of the Colossals are costing. It's amphibious, so it can go into the water without much bother. Collector. This is the one I told you about earlier.
All right. Yes.
If this model has fewer than 3 corpse tokens on it when it boxes a living enemy warrior model, or enemy model, as a result of a melee attack, remove the box model from play and give this model a corpse token. During your control phase, I can spend up to 3 corpse tokens to allocate this model 1 focus point for each corpse token spent. So it's basically, okay, you're dead, I eat you, I get more focus.
It's nice. It's like a massive Crix trash compactor in a
Yep.
way. Yeah.
Yep, but the other thing it gets is it's meat fueled.
Okay.
So for every corpse token on it, it's going to gain +1 strength. So that harvester goes up from strength 18 to strength 21.
Wow.
Yep. That's very, very nice. The Hell Blaster has Doom Diver on it. Where have I heard that before? For each corpse token on the model, this weapon gains +1 to its damage rolls.
Whoa.
That's not bad. Not bad at all.
Yeah.
That was the Hell Blaster, so it would go up to a power 15.
Pretty good.
That's reasonable. Very reasonable. Harvester is an open fist. Chain Strike. This weapon has a 4-inch melee range during its model's activation. That's very handy. And it's a chain weapon, so it's going to ignore shields and bucklers again.
Yeah.
Very handy, guys. Very, very handy. Okay, Retribution. These are the elves.
Oh, nobody likes elves. Nobody likes elves.
Ben is one of our role players.
Yeah.
And you always play?
Dwarves
Yep.
all the time. Dwarves.
Yep. Well,
nobody likes elves. Anyway, all right. Let's get something done with.
Yep. We have Varus in his new upgraded form again. He's on a horse. So it's another cavalry warcaster.
Yeah.
So if that's what 3 of them now that are cavalry
That is, yeah.
warcasters. So I think we might be maybe seeing a shift in the game to more cavalry bases.
Maybe.
But we'll find out soon enough, guys. So we'll quickly run through his stat line. Speed 8, Strength 7, Mat 8, again combat monster. Rat 6, so that's good. Defense 15 and Armor 18. That's very good when a Warcaster has the same as a Signar Heavy for his armor.
Wow.
That's very good. Let's see. He's got an Extremis Cannon for his ranged attack, so that's range 10, rate of fire 2, power 12. Very good. He's got Extremis as his melee weapon as well. Alright, so
it's
he's
a
got
gun blade of some kind.
Yes, it's a gun sword, which is a power strength 14, so very good. His mount only does a power 10 attack.
Okay.
So I think he got a weedy horse.
Yeah, well, it does look like he's an elf, so of course he's got a weedy horse. There we go. Right.
Okay. We'll go for his feat, which is Tide of War. When a friendly faction model is destroyed by an enemy attack while in Varus' control area, anytime except while advancing immediately after the attack is resolved, a friendly faction warrior model in Varus' control area can make a full advance. A model can advance only once as a result of Tide of War. Tide of War lasts for 1 round.
Okay.
I think this is basically whenever he pops his feat, if one of the elves die,
Yeah.
another one will get mildly peeved
Right.
and try and run in to the rescue.
Yeah.
Not the best feat I've ever seen.
No?
No, I've seen better ones.
Yeah.
Varus has Bird's Eye while in this model's control area. Models in its battle group extend their front arcs 360 degrees when determining LOS. Ooh,
Wow.
that's handy. His weapon is magic and has reach, so again, very handy.
Yeah.
Moving on. Now this one I actually haven't looked at before. This is the Hyperon, or Hyperion.
Hyperion? Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
this is the Colossal for Retribution, guys. So if you have a quick look at the artwork, this looks very, very nice. And wouldn't you know, they're attacking Kador.
See, that's another reason to hate elves.
What?
They're now attacking Kador, so.
Okay. Anyway, the Hyperion has a starburst, so I'll assume that's the big beam coming out the middle of it. It's range 10, rate of fire 1, AoE 5, so that's the big blast.
Okay.
Power 18. Ooh, that's quite nasty. Yikes. And I've forgotten to give you the stat line anyway, guys. So speed 5, strength 16, mat 6, rat 5, defense 10, arm 19. So it's good and heavy. It's got 2 thresher cannons, one on the left, one on the right. Range 12, rate of fire 1, power 12. So quite good, quite good. And then it has blade fists. So power strength 20 on those. So again, it's just a big heavy hitter.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's look at some of the special rules on it. We have field dependent. While its field generator system is crippled, this model cannot make starburst attacks. Right. So you see the G's on the damage box?
Yeah.
I would assume that's your field generator.
Okay.
Starburst is a magical weapon, so that's handy. Critical consume on a critical attack or critical hit. If the attack hit a small base non-warlock, non-warcaster model, that's just blown up, basically. It's just instant death. Okay. Thresher cannons have auto fire D3, make D3 ranged attack targeting the primary target and any number of secondary targets within 2 of the first target, ignoring intervening models when declaring a secondary target. A secondary target cannot be targeted by more attacks than the primary target. Auto fire counts as 1 attack for ROF. Not bad at all.
Yeah.
And then the blade fists are open fist weapons, so very nice. Okay, I think we're coming up to the end now, guys, because here come the mercenaries. And just to make you happy, it's a dwarf.
Right, I found my faction. No need to comment anymore.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, you found your faction. Here he is. He's actually a very, very cool little dwarf.
Of course he is. That's amazing.
Okay, General Osram. Speed 4, so like all dwarves, he's quite slow.
That's fine. Natural sprinters.
Natural sprinters.
Yeah.
All right. Strength 6, mat 7, so he's good in combat. Rat 6, yep. Defense 14, armor 17, not bad. He's walking around with a hand cannon, range 12, rate of fire 1, power 12, not bad. And his axe is named Oathkeeper, so that should make you happy.
Yeah.
So he's got 6 focus, 18 damage points, and then he's got 5 warjack points, which is quite good.
Ace.
So, not bad at all. His feat is called Perfect Plan. While in Osram's control range, friendly Rulik models gain +2 arm. Friendly Rulik models /units activating in this model's control area gain +2 speed. Pathfinder, Perfect Plan lasts for 1 round. Not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad at all. Now he's a mercenary, so this model will work for Signar, Kedar, and the Protectorate.
Okay.
So he doesn't like elves.
Yes.
He's got martial discipline. Friendly living faction warrior models with smaller medium bases can ignore. Oh right, that's the same as what Supreme Commandant Erisk has.
Okay.
So if you're a friendly faction model, you have a smaller medium base, you can ignore them when determining line of sight.
Right.
Which is quite handy. He's a Rulik Warcaster, so he can only have mercenary Rulik Warjacks in his battle group, and can reactivate only friendly mercenary Rulik Warjacks.
Right.
So if there's one of the Broken Coast Warjacks out on the table and you're playing with it as well, you can't reactivate it.
Doesn't matter.
No pirates for you. Oathkeeper is a magical weapon with critical decapitation. On a critical hit, double the damage exceeding the arm of the model hit. A model disabled by this attack cannot make a tough roll. Oh, that's very nice. See, in this game, there are no saves.
Right.
Unless you're tough.
Okay.
Which gives you a 1 in 3 chance of standing up again with 1 damage box.
Right.
On a critical hit, no. Just no. Takes away your tough and doubles the overall damage beyond what your armor is.
See, I knew he was good.
This sounds quite. He sounds quite nasty. Now we'll skip his spells, guys, because I know we're running on a bit here. So we'll go for the Galleon. Speed 5, strength 16, mat 6, rat 5, defense 9, 19 armor. Not bad. It's got 2 gun ports, 1 on the left, 1 on the right. So range 14, rate of fire 1, AoE 3, power 13. It's got a harpoon cannon on the right, which is range 10, rate of fire 1, power 15. Not bad. It's got a cargo claw on the left, which has a power strength 19. Not bad. Then it has the trident strike on the right, so that's power strength 21. That's very heavy, and this one's actually a point cheaper than the others.
Yeah.
Not bad at all. The gun port has rapid fire. We already covered that. The harpoon cannon has drag. If this weapon damages an enemy model with an equal or smaller size base, immediately after the attack is resolved, the damaged model can be pushed any distance directly toward this model. After the damaged model is moved, this model can make 1 normal melee attack against the model pushed. That's just nasty. No, it's like Scorpion. Get over here.
See? Amazing.
Yeah, it is. Let's see. Now, in the back of the book, guys, time to wrap up. We have all the lovely, lovely artwork of privateers painted Colossals.
So amazing.
Yeah, no, they have done absolutely wonderful work on these. And as always, we have a great little painting guide showing you each stage of getting stuff. And there's the Storm Strider, or Storm Wall. I keep getting that wrong. But anyway, guys, that's a quick look at the Colossals book for Warmachine. So we hope you enjoyed it. Who knows? We'll see if we can get maybe a little bit more in depth on these at some point, but we'll see you again soon.
See you guys.